Hello everyone, I am Squall. Welcome back to this best of 13 between DarkOnyx and Ghuldor Bacon, also known as Bacon Clan. Good luck, have bacon! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So up here in the top right, we do have the purple Protoss. Praetorian, winner of the last match. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. Going up against Darkstorm. Hey, I just met you and this is crazy. And he'll type some more in a bit. Anyway, this is, I do believe, game 9 of this best of 13. Call me... yeah, whatever. KKPBG? I don't know. Okay, Bacon Barbecue Grill. That's what he's trying to... So, hey, I just called you, and this is crazy, but okay, Bacon Barbecue Grill. Or maybe Bacon Barbecue Gravy? Oh, darn. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, so this will be a PvP. Should be pretty interesting to see what happens. PvP is one of those matchups that... well, I think it's the matchup that everyone hates the most. Like, if they're a Protoss player. Like, even more than, like, Zergs might hate going up against other Zergs, or Terrans might hate going up against Terran. Protoss, it's like, every Protoss player is like, I hate PvP so much. And I think this is why you see so many people just, like, 4-gate by default. The Potatoeless got out of the game. He was fed up with the PvP action. But, yeah, and it's kind of, it's kind of the sort of matchup where no one's really figured out how to expand with 100% safety. Like in every other matchup, people have figured out how to like be able to get a base pretty quick, and you're usually safe against what your opponent might throw at you. But in Protoss versus Protoss, it kind of seems to devolve into a case of, well, I want to expand until you expand, because if I expand before you, you'll just one base all in me and kill me. And that seems to still be the case, so it's kind of interesting, the evolutions of the metagame. And I think a lot of that comes down to just the power of Warp Gate, the power of sentries and defending, and, if you fast expand, you have a single sentry, you can't, force field all that off. But if you're up here, you can force field that off, no problem, right? In any case, Darkstorm has gotten himself a gas, getting a Cybercore, getting another gateway. So going up to 2 gates already. Praetorian, on the other hand, just getting Warp Gate and a Zealot. And, Chrono Boosting Warp Gate, because why not? And, yeah, I kind of feel like almost everyone Chrono Boosts Warp Gate. Osiris gets out of the game. He doesn't want to see 4-gate versus 4-gate. He already knows what's going to happen. And, I, of course, don't know if that's what actually happened. I don't even remember my build. Oh, Darkstorm. Showing some weakness here. Let's see how it works out. Whenever I play, I don't really go by build. I just tend to go by what feels right. So if I'm like, I want to go for... Like, I know some general things, like, for example, if I want to be on one base and get Marine Medevac, I will need 2 gases reasonably quickly to be able to consistently produce Medevacs. Because I'm pretty sure each gas tends to return 100 gas per minute or something like that. So you can roughly produce 2 medevacs per minute on a reactor, but yeah, kind of like everything else, like oh, that's a fun waypoint system. Yeah, doesn't even have Warp Gate yet, huh? Interesting. So it looks like there's going to be a very Zealot-heavy sort of attack coming out of him. He does have a Robo going down, so get some Immortals maybe? I'm not sure. And Praetorian himself going 3-gate Robo as well. Warp Gate finishing up right now. So boom, Warp Gates are inbound. Open it on up so it can expose that cool looking little crystal type thing. Or whatever it is. And looks like we got some warping in happening. And wait, is this little like circly graphic, is that only in place when the Warp Gate is not ready to go? I've never really looked at a Warp Gate before when it does warp-ins and when it, like, is on cooldown. Because I noticed it has, like, a little flash thing when, okay, I guess they just stayed there. But I noticed that when the warp-in happened, there was a little flash. I've like never looked at warp gates before. This is so fascinating. You can tell some of these games are just an exploration of graphical effects for me because I've never noticed them before because I'm so busy like trying to not die and play the game decently. Looks like we got a forward pylon come down here. Where's the warp? Yeah, they have a little flash. That's so cool. I never knew that. So, in any case, Praetorian looks like he's taking the risk. He's expanding, whereas Darkstorm is still on one base. He's getting Immortals out, getting a second one. So, oh, looks like it's a Zealot Immortal push. That's quite interesting. And Praetorian goes very Stalker heavy. This composition out of Darkstorm could work very, very well because, well, Stalkers don't do a lot of damage to Zealots. And while, yeah, Stalkers can kite Zealots forever, you can't really kite an Immortal forever because it just blows you to pieces. So this could work very well. We'll see if Praetorian is able to defend. Has he gotten an Observer out? Is there... let's check the units. Looks like he has 2 Observers out. Is there one on a hotkey? Doesn't look like a... Yeah, I don't even know where it is. This is the problem with purple on this particular map, because a lot of the mini-map is purple. So... whatever. I'll stop looking. I don't care. Okay, so there's one there, but I feel like there must be one inside the base as well. Uh-oh. Looks like we're coming together. Now, there are 2 sentries, so the force fields could mean all the difference here. If he's able to wall off a lot of the Zealots, he might be able to focus fire down the Immortals before they can deal too much damage. Oh, there we go. 1 force field. Not the best force field ever. The other force field, though, locks out all the Immortals. Darkstorm, though, is flanking with his own sentries, pinning in a bunch of stuff so the Zealots are able to attack them effectively. And Praetorian trying to micro, but how are you going to micro if you're in force fields? But this one, Stalker, looks very protected from the Zealots, but Immortals do arrive to clean it up. Praetorian definitely in a spot of trouble here. Darkstorm's pushing forward. And Praetorian going to need to pull these probes or just kind of let them die. But, oh, Praetorian force field. Oh, he doesn't have one up. He does have a single Immortal, but 3 Immortals is oftentimes greater than 1. Praetorian trying to defend, but he's losing his Immortal. And this looks so bad for Praetorian. Microing back with his Stalkers, but there's a lot of Zealots, a Sentry, and 2 Immortals. Looks like Praetorian did manage to take out 1. Darkstorm warping up onto the high ground, and oh man. Praetorian's in such a rough spot. Microing back to kill the Zealots, but in the meantime, Darkstorm's Immortals are just kind of killing everything. Praetorian has stuck Zealots to those Immortals, which is a good decision, as Zealots are very good against Immortals. But, no Colossus for you. But, yeah, it looks like there's just a little bit too much for Darkstorm. He takes out the Robo. Darkstorm throwing down the GG before Praetorian, just a little bit bad manner. But, Praetorian sticking in the game for the time being. Yep, there he goes. He gets out of the game. So, yes, this puts Ghuldor Bacon just 1 win away from victory. I am now correct in stating that. I did the math. I ran it twice, thrice, whatever 4 is after the twices and thrices. Whatever. I'm sure of my math now. So, yeah, DarkOnyx only has 1 player left, and his name is Yoon. He is in the Masters League, so he is their ace, and he will have to take it back for DarkOnyx. So tune into the next game to see what happens.